Hello and welcome to seispingüinos.com Instrumentopedia, a place that we look at instruments from all around the world. And what I have here is a Sordun, or Sordoni, an instrument that was very popular during the Renaissance period, from the 16th century up until the 17th century when it was replaced by the bassoon. The first known reference to a Sordun is in the Libro Pratica di Musica by Zacconi in 1592. And today only 4 original Sordoni exist. And those are 2 great basses and 2 bass instruments that are kept in the Kunsthistorisches Museum in Vienna. As was common with wind instruments in the Renaissance time, they made them in a variety of sizes so they could be played together in a consort. So this is a tenor Sordun, but the great bass Sorduns were much bigger and had keys and everything so the notes could be reached. It's a curious instrument. It's made out of a cylinder of wood, and inside the cylinder there are 2 slender cylinders attached by a tube at the bottom. So it's actually double the length that it seems. And at the top you have a double-bladed reed, a double-edged reed. And at the bottom there is no opening. And that's why the sound is muted, hence the name Sordun, which comes from the Italian sordino, which means muted or deaf. It has 6 holes for the fingers, 2 holes for the thumbs, and then it has 2 holes for the pinky and 2 extra holes that are played with the fleshy part of the finger here. So it's quite complicated. You've got 12 holes, and the scale is very curious because you have to cover all the holes and you get to the bass note. And then to get to the next note, you have to lift the left index finger a bit just to release the hole into the fleshy part. Then the pinky, then the back right thumb, and then you have to lift up the other index finger. So it's quite complicated to play those low notes. They would need quite a lot of practice. So it should sound, the scale should sound like this. It sounds a bit like a cornemuse or a muted crumhorn. It has the range of an octave and a half. And this tenor Sordun was made by Richard Wood, probably in the 1970s, 1980s. I'm going to play a tune called Gavotte, an old Renaissance tune. And it sounds a bit like this.